For the last 12 years of my life, Amsterdam became my home. But I didn't choose Amsterdam. It chose me. So, on my last video I got a comment from somebody stating that living in the metropole, the capital of a country, everything is more expensive than it would be living outside. And for sure that's true. But I didn't plan on living in Amsterdam. 13 years ago, yeah, my mother passed away due to cancer, and I thought I made an agreement with the housing association to take over the lease of her house, her apartment. And I dealt with everything after she passed away. And then the housing association said, well, we don't know about that. So I was not able to take over the lease. So now what? Well, at that time I had a girlfriend and she had an apartment here in Amsterdam. She still does though. And she said, well, come here and you're gonna live with me. So I did. And then about 12 years later, no, that's not true. 11 years later, our relationship ended and I was like stranded here in Amsterdam. And now I have rebuilt my social structure here in the past 12 years. And now it's hard for me to leave, for sure. I mean, why would I? Well, money-wise is a big part of it. I mean, this marina isn't the cheapest one, but it has all I need. So that's how I ended up in Amsterdam, stranded, marooned in Amsterdam. There are worse places to get stranded or marooned for sure, but yeah, that's the reason why I'm here. And now after such a long time, more than 10 years, it's difficult to say goodbye or make that decision about going somewhere else and try to rebuild your life. I don't think I want to do that. Well, I just finished up my morning ablutions and I had to do all of it in the main building behind me because I have a casualty on board. Yep. My toilet broke. It doesn't pump in and it doesn't pump out, so I just had a look online and it's, well, you can get spare parts for it, but getting a new one is almost as expensive as that, so I didn't plan on this one again. But a toilet is a basic necessity. I wouldn't even call it comfort. I mean, it's just something you need, right? So this is going to be expensive again. I mean, those ship's toilets are not cheap. Well, I got a new one. And now let's get rid of the old one. And that's not gonna be pretty. Yep. This is gonna be nasty. I mean, when I meant the worst possible moment, it really was the worst possible moment. So that means it's full. Oh, I can't get a break, guys. This needs to change. It's a good thing I'm not a doctor. The patient would have been dead already. Here, look. Nice and shiny new bowl. Cleaned everything. And this will not drop. I get water, so that's fine. But the drain behind there, that one that goes out is blocked. So that means I have to take it out again. and maybe even bought a toilet for nothing. The other one was probably perfectly fine. God, I hate this shit. Right, it's official. I am having a bad day, a really bad day. So I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna do anything else on it. I can use the bathroom in the main building. I don't want to damage or break anything. This GoPro here is having a time of its life. I mean, every time I use it, it skips settings, so I think I'm doing okay, and then I can't use the material, the footage. So it's time for me to do something else. I'm gonna get to the hardware store and get a long spring that I can put in that drain and hopefully clear it out. If that doesn't work, I'm out of luck. I need to go somewhere and lift the boat out of the water and see what's the problem, or what the problem is. So, yeah, I'm done. Good morning. Well, yesterday I went to the hardware store to get that little spring thingy I can put down the drain of my toilet. And of course they didn't have it. So I had to go to the other side of town to hunt it down and get it. And I thought to myself, F it all, I'm not going to do that. So I went to the bar, had a beer. I mean, some days, and that's my coffee, some days are best left alone, right? And yesterday was a day like that. So I have the part number of that spring I need. So I'm gonna give that store a call just to make sure they have it. I mean, that would be my luck, right? Oh, they should have it. I'm going there and they don't have it. So in order for me to avoid a day like yesterday, I'm gonna give them a call. I need to figure that one out, and that toilet, that drain, that's blocked. Yeah, that's just, it needs to happen, right? But first, black gold. So all in all, I'm not doing that great this week. I have that legal shit to sort out with the city council. I have a nasty ear infection. I'm almost deaf in my right ear, so that's bad. I'm gonna call the doctor's office for that. I have that issue with the previous owner that's still ongoing. I have a broken toilet, so I've decided to stay in this marina for another month. I'm not gonna put myself through the search for a different marina at this moment in time. I mean, that wood for my galley is still on the back, and I need to back that area to steer the boat. So that's part one of it. I can't move. This afternoon it's going to rain again, so still I can't finish my galley. So that's a bit annoying as well. So yeah, I need to get my groceries on board. I mean, my fridge is empty. I have to go to the hardware store, and I need to do that all before noon because it's gonna rain big time today. Right, let's get the show on the road. First I'm going to get that spring for my toilet, and then on my way back swing by the grocery store, get my my groceries and stuff like that, and then tackle the toilet. Fingers crossed. And just when I thought, well, let's try that spring thingy on my toilet, I remembered I left it in my seat of my little scooter. Right. So I'm gonna do the laundry as well. I have to go there anyway. So yeah, let's kill two birds with one stone. Right, so this is the spring thingy. And I need to push it through the toilet, through that drain, and hopefully declog it. I mean, I don't want to get my boat out of the water just for a toilet, but here goes nothing. Right, so that doesn't work, and I know why. That spring goes in there through here, and then it needs to go up and down there, and that's not working. So that means I have to take that clamp off and take the whole toilet bowl off again. Bloody hell. So, did my preparations again. I do have a mask for the smell, but the thing is I can't wear my glasses and wear this thing. And without my glasses I'm blind as hell. So, I've opened up all hatches and doors and shit, and I'm gonna disconnect the drain again. Let me show you. I'm gonna disconnect this one, take it out. That water is just a bit of soapy water, that's fine. But in that hose, that's not fine. So I'm not gonna show you the progress I'm making. I will show you the end result again. Alright, this is weird. I mean, I can't get that spring into that drain. I'm not gonna show you that, it's open. But behind here, that's where it goes. There. And this little pipe, just this here, that's blocked. So, the only thing I can think of is that from the old toilet that I changed out for this new one, that a part broke off and is blocking that. I mean, I can't get anything in it. Not the spring or nothing. And it's like a piece of pipe, 30 centimeters. So I just put some WD-40 on it, on that main valve, close it, and I have to take out that little piece of hose and see what's in it. I have a big problem. That is most definitely below the water line, so I need to close it off with this one. That valve over there. And then I can take the hose out off behind there somewhere and see what's in it. But if that valve breaks or anything, my boat will flood and sink. So I just put some more WD-40 in it. I mean, I can't move it much, and I assume it always has been open. I mean, I was using it before, so I need to turn it right, lefty tighty, righty tighty, something like that. But I can't move it much. So I'm just stumped here. What's in there? It's about 15 centimeters and I can't get it out. Bloody hell. I mean, I don't have a toilet anymore. Fucking hell. I mean, that drain that goes out in the bottom of the boat, if this is the wall, then you have a kink in it, and there it goes out. So I can't reach it from the outside as well. So in order for me to solve this problem, my boat needs to get out of the water for sure. Right, so I've attached the drain again to the main drain that goes outside, just to close that loop. I closed the main valve as far as I dared to do it. I mean, if that thing breaks, my boat will flood and sink. So I'm not gonna take that risk. You mean, I can hear some of you saying, well, it's a valve, it should be its job to open and close, right? But it's an old boat, an old valve. If it breaks, there's no way back. So I dare not take too much force to it, break it, damage it or whatever. So for sure the boat needs to get out in order for me to find out what the issue is with that drain. I mean, it's literally like 20 centimeters and there's a blockage, but I can't get to it. And if that valve doesn't close completely, I don't have the time to unblock it, put everything back together again and close the loop. Well, with my luck this week, best not. So that means I have to do the dishes, edit this video again, or still, and then cook dinner. But yeah, this is a major setback, guys, for sure. I mean, having a working toilet on board is just a necessity. Like I stated earlier, it's not comfort. Luckily for me, the marina here is really good and clean and not that far away. I do not need to get sick or anything, so I have to run for the toilet. That will be an issue, but I'm not planning to do that to become ill or sick or whatever. So yeah, it's basically a crappy week. Well, I've got my laundry done. I had to wait for 20 minutes. I thought I timed it right, but I didn't. So I had to wait there. About that toilet, I'm gonna make a plan for that. I mean, the boat has to go out of the water at one point. I don't want to rely only on the toilet in the marina. So I'm going to have to Google around and see what's what and what's available, what my options are. And for now, I'm gonna jump on my scooter and get some dinner for tonight. I'm not gonna cook. I can't be bothered today. I want to end this week for me on a high note, and that is getting some awesome food. And I will show you that in the next video. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you like my content. If you do, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you don't, subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can undo it at any time you like, but please don't. Have an awesome Easter weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye. So in the previous video, you saw me going to Monnikendam, to that marina over there. And you guessed it, I went to the wrong marina.